much better if it had something on it. My wrist is stopped again. Alright guys, today's video, got to wash my gear. It needs washing, so I've got to wash it. Important steps to follow. Always buy the right gear. This one is Nikwax, but there are others available, but a lot of people use this stuff. It's widely sold, so I'm going to give it a go. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions on these, and always follow the washing instructions on the clothes, because you don't want to nose them up there. But before we start, I've got to give a shout out to Jack. Jack, you're going for a really bad time in a minute with the painkillers and the life in general. Stay in touch, buddy. Don't think out there that nobody cares or nothing like that, because you know what you're going through is it's more common than you think. So stay in touch. Don't lose touch. Just keep me updated on how you're getting on, because you know, the others are interested. We'll look after each other. Anyway, right, back to what we're doing. First of all, like I said, read the instructions in the in the jackets and the trousers, because they're very important. It's lucky that they do coincide with, well, they do correspond with the instructions on these bowls. So you know, not too bad. But make sure they do. Don't wash these clothes if there's any doubts. Any doubts, don't do it, or refer back to the manufacturer. In this case, it was Triumph. Anyway, right, let's get on with it. Before you do all that, you have to remove all of the armour, because that really gnaws it up. They go a funky shape and they're just not good for them. Make sure all the pockets are empty, make sure all your armour's out, and you're good to go. Right, I'll get back to you when that's all done, 'cause that's boring. Right, well, that's the first. The stuff, all the pads are out. So look, these are the pads. In the jacket, they were all the same. They were all the same size, all the same shape. There's no left or right or whatever, so that's all right. In the trews, they were different. These are a bit bigger, understandably, for the legs, for the knee pads. And I knew I was going to do that joke. I knew it. And these were for the waist bits, hips, hip protection, baby. Right, now then, back to this stuff. Remove all detergent and build up from the washing machine. Got to do that. You've got to take this through, or run through a clean wash, just water, no detergent. Take the drawer out, take that out, clean that properly. Don't leave any detergent in there, because it doesn't do it good when it wants to wash it with this stuff. It just doesn't like it. I think they have a bit of a fight in there or something, a bit of a squabble. Remove all detergent build up from the machine, that's that one. And place maximum of 2 items in the washing machine. So if you're a couple, you've got 4 items, you can only just do it once. That's, you know, self-explanatory. Use 3 full caps or 150 ml in medium to hard water areas. Now that's quite important. This area that I live in, it is a hard water area. It's horrible. But if you're living in Somerset or Devon or anywhere like that, the water's going to be softer, and you can even bath in it, I've heard. It's pretty good. Right, I wash according to the care label. Now the care label said 40 degrees, but this says, on here it says something about 30 degrees. Can't remember where we saw it. No, the label says 40 degrees. Now, I don't wash anything on 40 degrees. The instructions on the washing machine are 20, 40, 60. But as you know, or you don't know, washing powder, if you put a bit of washing powder in your hand and add water, you can feel it heat up. That's why they say you can put it on a cold wash, because the washing powder itself heats stuff up. Don't know if you knew that or not, but now you do. Right. But I'm not going to wash it on 40 degrees, I'm going to wash it on 20. I don't want to take any chances on this thing going wrong, because I really like my stuff. Now 150 millimeters is 3 full caps. I shook it, I don't know if that's shaking or not, I just did. Right, when you take the cap off, there's no seal on it, it is what it is. Right, 3 full caps. Here we go. It's exciting, isn't it, watching some bloke put liquid in a machine. That's proper telly, that is. Don't add any detergents to this. Not even Fairy Up liquid. Right, that's in. And that's cool. I weighed that. That thing. Let's turn it on. Power, speed, 400. Yeah. Also, what it doesn't tell you is where the cloth is. It also doesn't tell you that you must put it on a very, very low spin. And when you get the stuff out, you've got to hang it up. It's got to air dry. You can put them through tumble dryers, but I don't like to do that. I don't like to artificially dry something when you're dealing with natural fibres and stuff. So hang it up to dry somewhere where you can, where it can drip a little bit, maybe in the shed, your garage, or you know, in the front garden to annoy the neighbours, I don't know, whatever. But that's the first bit done. So we'll leave it there and we'll come back when we come to part 2. Time for me to have a cup of tea. Just a bit of an advert, guys. Have you tried these instant oats? They're ideal for camping food. I'm going to go over camping food in a future video, because it's coming to that time of the year where we're going to start preparing and adding up what we got, what we ain't got, what we need, what we don't need, and just going through all your stuff and all your kit. As I said before, you don't need all of it. These are really good. They taste nice, there's loads of flavours. There's a lot of makes, I don't know, I won't show you who made this one, but there's a lot of them out there. They're really good, easy to carry, and easy to prepare. So yeah. Yeah, still a way to go yet. Right, now I'm going to tell you as well, these are good. I mean, they're good in the fact that you actually get more. I've weighed them, and this is meant to be 300 mil. One was 320 mil, and the other one was 350 mil, so that's not bad. But when you use the lids, they don't keep the liquid out. So my advice would be, and what I'm going to do with the next one is, after I've used the lid, I'm going to dry the lid. And I might even consider putting the stuff in a jug before I put it in the machine. Don't know, think about that. Right, and we're back. Right, that one's done, that program's ended. It was an hour and 20 something minutes, so I had to wait for that. Time for the next step. Now then, this one says 2 full caps. Right, here we go. Turn the machine off. No need to remove the garments from the machine, keep them in there and just carry on with the next step and start again. Right, 2 full caps. Right. There we go. That's it. Right. And like I said before, I'm going to dry that cap before I put it on because they're not very good at keeping liquid out. Right, that's it. Power on, speed again, set the speed low and go. That's it. That is all there is to it. Now then, what I'll do is I'll come back to you when it's finished, and then we'll go through the hanging up process and the drying process, what we need to do, what we don't need to do, where we need to do it, where we don't need to do it, blah 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 blah. Right, see you then. Right, the machine has done its thing. Let's get it closed out.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh.
Right, importantly, wait till the clothes are dry before you put the protective stuff. Oh, we're dripping all over the floor. Right. Right, it drips everywhere because of the slow spin on it, but you knew that already. So that's what I mean about hanging it up where you're going to let it drip, if you like, because they are going to be still dripping because you put it on such a slow spin speed. But there you go, that's done. That's been using that stuff and that stuff. I mean, there's probably other things like that around, but I googled it and went on Amazon, and that's what I found. So the only way to know whether it works is to go outside when it rains or ride your bike when it rains, because that's the only time I'm going to know whether my stuff is still waterproof. Because I needed to do this because the pants they started leaking, like, you know, letting water in. My pants started leaking. Yeah, but they just weren't keeping the water out. So I needed something, and that was what I chose to do. So anyway, that's what we've got to do. We've got to find out whether that works or not. I'll have to go out on my bike when it rains. That's the only way I'm going to check it. But first of all, I've got to dry them. So we'll leave the video there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get the subscribers up to 100 at least, guys. Come on. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mum, tell everyone. And there'll be a prize of nothing at all for the winner. Right. And I'll catch you next time. It might be a tip Friday. Don't know yet. Still working it out. If not, I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye bye. And remember, Jack, keep in touch, buddy. You're not suffering on your own. Oh, and yeah, that'll do.